Massive blaze, leaving 1,200 people homeless down in Cape Town. At this stage, we understand the cause of the fire is not yet known, unless there's been an update I'm not aware of, but authorities are investigating. Well, let's find out from the City of Cape Town's mayoral committee member for water and sanitation. Always good to have Zahid Badroodien joining us this morning. Zahid, good morning to you. So we are here once again, another informal settlement fire, generally well handled by the Gift of the Givers and the City of Cape Town, but it's a lot of people, it's a lot of homes. How are you looking this morning?
So I visited the location this weekend, yesterday evening as well. Complete devastation, 300 structures, 1,350 people at our last count yesterday evening. Total devastation, people having lost everything. But very grateful that the city was able to respond as quickly as what it did. Very grateful that Gift of the Givers and SASSA were able to activate the services as quickly as what they did. Gift of the Givers, as we've heard, and SASSA being able to provide warm meals to that particular community, as well as toiletries, and also calling on donations, same as the City of Cape Town. And we know always in these instances our city mobilizes, and so we've opened up a number of donation drop-off locations, one being very close by. But in this instance, the city has made sure that our basic services have also been activated, water and sanitation, solid waste, informal settlements branch, to make sure that the rebuilding process is coordinated so that people are able to restore their homes essentially as quickly as possible, especially at this Easter weekend, which is a very important weekend to very many people in that community.
So when we talk about what's been done on the ground practically this morning, Zahid, give me a sense of what that looks like. We've seen the footage of people in influential positions and Gift of the Givers speaking to community members. How does this work, moving the destroyed shelters out the way, moving in with new shelters and trying to get water and electricity back into the area? How does it work? Where do you begin with that?
So yesterday we used most of the day to register all of those individuals who are affected by the fire, to count those individuals, to count the number of structures so that we know exactly how many people need support. Water and sanitation were on site yesterday already, establishing how many of their services need to be restored, the number of taps, the number of toilets. Informal settlements were on site, also engaging with the community in terms of the need to have very necessary access roads into the space so that our fire engines and other service vehicles are able to come back into this community should, God forbid, there be another fire or other disasters in the space. In terms of our solid waste services, they will be on site this morning to remove all of the material that can't be used again by the community, and also we will make sure that we have the other necessary services in terms of informal settlements, social development, through our engagements with both provincial and national government, to ensure that the services that they can offer are brought onto site as well. We do have disaster risk management, law enforcement, Metro Police, traffic services, our LEAP officers all on site to ensure as well that there remains the necessary calm in this particular community at this very difficult time. We know that temperatures do flare up, and so it's very important that we continue to work together in this space so that Gift of the Givers, SASSA, are able to continue to bring their support services into this community together with the city.
Do you, I know there's been a number of fires in areas like the Joe Slovo informal settlement. Give me a sense about the community that have not been directly affected. We've seen so many people in KZN, for example, opening up their homes, even in informal settlements and taking families in. Is that what we also see in areas like eNCA? People are, like in Langa, forgive me, are happy to open their doors and support their community members?
We've seen in other major fire incidents, like in Masiphumelele, like in Imizamo Yetu and Khayelitsha, when the appeal is made for churches to open up their vaults, always very well received. Just yesterday evening, we engaged through our disaster coordinating team with a church collective who wanted to know how and where they needed to offer their services. The mayoral community liaison team this morning will take up that conversation conversation with them to assist those individuals who weren't able to be supported in terms of temporary accommodation by family and friends. But with that being said as well, I was in the community yesterday evening to engage with them one last time as our services concluded the registration process. And I was very impressed by how quickly, and on your screen as well, how quickly the community were able to move themselves to have a number of those structures already rebuilt. It just shows how resilient they are. And so therefore very important for us as a city to, within our means, assist this community in whichever way possible, especially for those mothers and children who yesterday I saw with my own eyes needing much assistance in this space after having lost everything that they own.
Zahid, just very quickly before I let you go, I'm sure someone watching now, perhaps in the Cape Town area, is wanting to donate or assist in some way. And you said there are a number of donation points. But just tell me, where can someone go, whether it's to social media or to your website, where they can find out where they can go and drop something of value, or very quickly?
So social media, Cape Town, Twitter page has all that information. But the Langa Police Station, there's an NGO behind there where you can make your droppings, donations. And then also the Mustadafin Foundation in Klipfontein Road is also taking on donations for the city that will be distributed.
Well, I appreciate your time. Zahid Badroodien joining us from the city of Cape Town's MACO. He's a MACO committee member for water and sanitation, joining us here on the South African Morning. It's a litany of disasters at the moment. Everyone wanting to involve and get involved and help as best they can. Now you know the Langa Police Station is one of those areas that you can do that. It's 20